Hey guys, welcome to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. Last time we showed off all that we could possibly show off, and I do apologize for spending 2 episodes basically not doing anything, but I wanted to get that stuff all out of the way in a block chunk. You guys can go back and use that as a reference more than an episode of the LP. I know that's kind of what they are, but this time we're finally all souped up, powered up. I decided to bring in Renoa and Irvine since they're much lower levels. And we're going to start side quests. Specifically, I've turned on Encounter None, and we're going to do the Chocobo side quest. Oh, spoilers, the round circular forest, like in all Final Fantasy games, is a Chocobo forest. Go figure! And this is the Chocoboy. He'll scare away if you all come in. So the characters that I just put in my party, they're not going to do much today. So we need to talk to this guy. Now, there are, I believe, 6 of these Chocobo forests throughout the game, and in the end, they all lead to a relatively valuable prize, and you definitely want to do this. First time I played this game, I had no idea how this worked, even though I read this guy's instructions, and I just said the hell with it, and I just kind of quit. I just didn't do it. He's not going to charge us. There's 2 types of whistles, but you gotta pay 1,000 gil for his lecture on how to use them. Just pay it. I don't know if you absolutely have to, but whatever. It's not a big deal. It's 1,000 gil. I have 500,000. There are 2 whistles, the Choco Sonar and the Choco Zynar. Zener, whatever. Anyway, you sound the Choco Zynar somewhere in the forest, Chocobos will fall out of nowhere. You can tell where by the Choco Sonar's sound. Select the whistle with the square button and hold the circle button while walking around. I need to be able to ride the Chocobo. Yeah, we don't need that. Hold your Chocobos. I always found that funny. Which game was that in? I think that was, that was 10. That was Walker who said that, right? I always found that line amusing for whatever reason. Anyway, when there's only 1 Chocobo left, the mother Chocobo gets worried and starts looking for it. Now, they don't explain things particularly well here. They're quite well behaved. Of course they are. Anyway, so yeah, select the square button to set the sonar, and then circle to sound it. A different sound tells you where Chocobos are. Blah, 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 blah. Your explanation makes no sense. It didn't when I was a kid, it doesn't now. Anyway, the idea here is you're supposed to go around, and when the sound makes sense, then you press the whistle, you switch to the other whistle, and then it calls down Chocobos. But you only want 1 Chocobo. Sonar sound when they're not around is... and it made a sound. It doesn't matter the sound. There's a meter at the bottom, and that's what you're going to be focused on more than the sound. Anyway, that's where you come in. If you press the square button and select Help Me, which is what I did the first time I played this game because I had no idea how to do this, you'll catch one for me. You don't want to do that. Anyway, if you sound the Zyner when there are no Chocobos around, your whistle will be stolen. After that, you will have to pay for it. Okay, so if you press the square button, you can select which whistle. It pops up a menu. You don't want to do this one because there's no Chocobos around. This is what you want to do in order to find something. Then you want to hold down the circle button, and depending on where you are, it's not particularly close. It's just kind of normal. And then when you eventually find the right spot, it'll be like way at the end. But the thing is, there's more than 1 spot you can go. In fact, this is the particular one that we want to do. So once we found the right spot, you let go of circle, press the square button, press the Zyner button, press it again, or press the circle button to activate it, and then a Chocobo appears. Now, sometimes more than 1 will appear. In that case, you'll have to do something else, which is why I didn't press the button when it was sounding over here. You want to specifically do the one that's right about here, and once you've done that, you go talk to the Chocobo. And like you said, if the Chocobo is by itself, then the mother chocobo will show up. Next, we want to press square again, select the sonar, and I believe it's over here. Yes. And what happens here is, well, once the chocobo disappears and you use the sonar, you're finding another spot. You press the circle button, and the mother chocobo comes over, and Chocobo Hot and Cold style will dig something up for you, and it'll be some treasure that you can keep. In this case, it's an aura stone. Yeah, the chocobo gave you a hidden item. It's their way of showing affection. Yeah, his explanation sucks terribly. It makes no sense. I never understood what I was supposed to do here when I was a kid. I just didn't get it. It took until years later when I saw walkthroughs going over how exactly this process worked that I actually decided to do this for myself. This is one of the reasons why I stopped a specific other side quest earlier, because I couldn't find what I needed in order to continue that side quest. Again, this is when I was a kid. Now we have more information and we have tons and tons of walkthroughs. Right. Yeah, shut up. AC was one of them. You won't need to find it here anymore. So if you talk to the chocobo, we'll ride the chocobo out of here. Ready? And congrats on your first catch, and we get fanfare music. It's your way of saying thanks. You're a weird kid. I'm not sure how this kid's surviving in the forest by himself, but, you know, whatever. Hold your chocobos once again. To celebrate your first catch, I want to give you a chocobo as a present. I'm not interested in it. Come on, just name it. And we give it the classic Boko. Gotta love it. And, they even tell you it's a theme song. I just, screw the fourth wall, right? Here's an explanation of Chocobo World. It's really easy, especially when you grew up in North America as a kid. From the menu save, select Chocobo's World. And then you can communicate with Chocobo World. Have a safe and fun journey. They've actually changed this dialogue. In the original PlayStation version. They told you that you would have to use a pocket station, which was a Japanese exclusive accessory for the PlayStation that you needed to use in order to actually play this little minigame. Now, because that was the case, growing up, I never played Chocobo World. However, you just run around, you don't run into battles when you have a chocobo on. As soon as you let go or press the circle button or press the X button, the chocobo runs off and disappears into the ether, and it'll be back in that forest if you ever need it again. Now, the idea here, we're just going to save, notice how Chocobo's World is now an option there. So I'm just going to save here real quick over that one, sure, whatever. And yeah, if you want to, you can load up Chocobo's World and you can play it. It's a little black and white Tamagotchi-like graphics style of little mini game that you can play featuring the Chocobo that we just named, Boko. Well, if you decide to do this, you can get some of the most powerful items in the game, including things like dark matter, which takes a ridiculous amount of time in order to get. The ribbon accessory, well, it's not an accessory, it's an ability. It's completely broken. Things like accelerators. You can even get an extra magical lamp if you missed out on Diablo somehow. The amount of things that you can get out of it, even the almighty hungry cook pot, which, if you really want to spend a lot of time on this game, feel free, but in no way am I going to spend so much time working on hungry cook pots and changing cards 17 different ways, because there's so many things you can do with it. You can get lots of really ridiculous broken items if you really try to. In fact, I looked into going into Chocobo's World and getting a lot of these items. There's even an exploit on the PC version where you can get lots of items and send them over to your file, and then like copy a file before exiting out, and then saving, and then replaying the file over top, so you just duplicate the items over and over again. There's lots of stuff you can do with it. There's a lot you can get out of it. I don't care. I looked into it, and most of the things you can get out of there, I can already get by just playing the game itself, so I really don't need to worry about it. that aside, the actual Chocobo quest itself, that I am going to do. Now, from that first forest, we're going to go this way, and I'm going to run into a mountain right away. You can go over forests with the garden, but you can't go like through the mountainside. It just kind of hits and you roll around it. But we do want to roll around this particular mountain, because over here, we go around the mountainside. Yes, there is another forest over here. So let's go in this one now. Now, all of our party members are going to leave as soon as we do each of these. Back for more business. He seems to be in all of the forests. I'm not sure what kind of... no, we don't need to explain. But yeah, I guess he can warp or something. So anyway, let's go detect. And... nope. Pretty sure this is the right spot here. There's multiple areas you can go to, and you don't always want to. Because sometimes it'll give you... oh, I went to the wrong spot. Bugger. Okay, let's see here. We'll get rid of those two. And let's see here. So yeah, it must have been this one here then. Trying to remember these. I've just looked at them prior to. Yeah, see, this one drops 2, or drops 3. Now you... oops, that's the wrong button. Wrong menu. To detect. Now you go down here. And now we press that. Now, basically, they work in a toggle system. So that brought down 2 the first time. You go back to that, it'll lift up 2. So now there's only 1 left. And we go talk to the Chocobo, or the Chocobo, and the mummy comes in. And oops, I keep pressing the wrong button here. To detect. Yeah, there we go. So here, press this, and we can get a treasure from doing this one. And what do we get from you? A flare stone. And we'll ride the Chocobo out. Yeah, the prizes so far, not so great, are they? We'll just get off the Chocobo. I have no real interest in any of that. And what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to go and double check. I'm only memorizing the spots to make it simple. So trying to memorize all 6 of them at the same time would have been ridiculous. So basically what I've done is I've memorized 2 of them, you know, the solutions, and then I'm going to go double check my notes, and then I'm going to go and figure it out. By the way, the source I'm using for my notes specifically for this section, just so you're aware, is right on the Steam forums for the game. And by the way, this bridge, the railroad, it prevents you from going across. So if you... oops. Okay, fine, we're going this way. Can I fit through this? Probably not. Oh, I can't too. Cool. So basically you have to come up on land and then just drop down on the other side of it if you ever need to go to the other side. And we do. So what we're going to do now is we're going to continue to drive all the way around here. And we're going to head back to an area near whatever that was called, the lighthouse that we saw before. A couple episodes back, we saw this weird lighthouse. Kind of skimmed by it. Maybe we'll take a closer look this time. It's a slow process if you're not abusing the crap out of fast forward all the time, but oh well. It's such a godsend having fast forward. I really hope the HD remaster, whatever you want to call it, is going to do a good job of implementing that, because the one they implemented for this regular port really isn't the greatest. Alright, is this the right island? There's a lot of islands around here. Ah, well, there's a Chocobo's forest right here, so that'll work. So I'm going to save, double check my notes, and I'll see you in a moment. Okay, we're back. This one's a little on the weird side. Well, there's a number of different ways that you can beat any of these forests, and I think that's kind of interesting, but it's also kind of confusing when you look up a solution. If if you talk to the kid, you can get a hint, a question that he charges you 10 gil for, or you can buy Gasol greens. Gasol greens will summon Boko. Now, Boko is the little chocobo that we got in the previous episode. So let's see, I think it's around here. Yeah. And the idea here is the further Boko progresses through his Chocobo World, the more, the more powerful attacks using Gasol Greens will get you. I think there are 4 different ones, and I believe they're all fire-based. So here we went over there on the right. We summoned 3 of these guys. We go over here and we summon 1 more. Now, no, I didn't want to talk to you. I wanted to do this. So over here, where is it? Where is it? I know it's around here somewhere. I'm not sure. It might be that one. There's one over here that will, like, scare a bunch of them away or summon 1 more. I can't remember. Anyway, if you go over here, and this is another of the solutions. Like, there's one solution involving the top corner over there. The next one, for whatever reason, I'm not sure if there's a specific time lag on this, but I've seen it before where it takes, like 10 seconds of sitting here. And what I believe happens is if you press the Choco Zynar 1 more time, the Chocobo comes out and plays bowling. And I just find that really, really cute. So I wanted to specifically show off that one. But yeah, there's another option that scares some of the other Chocobos away too. Anyway, so that summons the mother Chocobo there. And then this one, oh, there we go. This one is over here. So let's go and figure that one out there. Get some more treasure. We get a Meteor Stone, a Flare Stone, and an Ultima Stone. Whoop-de-doo. Alright. Nope, I didn't want to go back in there. Whatever. Can I get on the stupid airship? Thank you. Alright, so let's turn this beast all the way around. I always turn the wrong way. And let's go take this path that I wasn't expecting I would end up showing again quite so soon. There is 1 more forest over this way, but we want to go and grab sooner rather than later. Not that it really matters. The order that you do these in doesn't matter at all, by the way. And I think this one... Is that the way I want to go? I'm trying to remember exactly which way I want to go for this one. Think. Do I walk around that side? No, I can't walk around that side. I have to go through the hole here. Okay, that's fine. Wait, get through there, please. Thank you. The other forest... I think it's over here. I can never remember exactly where this one is because it's way off the beaten path. Let's see here. Ah, there it is. Stop getting stuck on everything. I'm just saving outside of each of them in case something goes wrong and I screw up somewhere in here. Yeah, that fancy cut there. Definitely not something I screwed up. Definitely not. Yeah, this one's a little tricky. They're all, I don't know, other than the first couple there, they're all somewhat tricky to an extent. You just have to kind of know which order to do things in, and when you remember the order wrong, it doesn't help. The key for this one is to do it in a counterclockwise order. So we start over here, and we summon a couple of these guys. And then we go down here, around this guy. Make sure to turn around and away from him, because if not, when you hit the square button to open the menu, he'll want to talk to you instead. So you want to catch. So I want to hit one here. Okay. Now we want to... right in and around where that Chocobo was is a good spot to try and catch another one here. Okay. And then we want to go up here. There we go. And here. There we go. So we got 4 of them now. Well, 4 of them is not going to help me all that much. But if you go right in the middle of them once you have all 4 of them, and hit it one more time, oh, perfect. 3 of them went. What's going on? Hey, come back here. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how that one works, but it does. We talk to the Chocobo here. And to be honest, I can't remember where this is. Was it up here? Yeah, there we go. So let's go grab that one over here. And what do we get today? Meteor Stone, Holy Stone, Ultima Stone. Again, as I've said, the prizes you get for the base ones aren't all that useful. So anyway, with Chocobo in hand, we're just going to make our way back to our airship. I will cut. Okay, we're back. And as you can see, I have maneuvered the garden to a closer location to the next Chocobo's forest that we're going to go to. This one's not necessarily all that difficult, it's just tedious, so that's a good thing. So let's go over here. Now, you can see there's a forest back there, but we can't make the progress over the edge here. We'll just fall over the side. And we'd rather not do that. So let's just walk it around here. Get one final, well, not one final. This is the second last one. This one's pretty easy. He shoos everybody off, but they're so far off screen you can barely see them. This one, as I said, is just kind of tedious. It's really tight. There's not a lot, like a big area that you can get it at. So, there we go. As long as you find it, like I found it really quickly that time. But yeah, just take a quick look there, maybe to grab a screenshot if you want. It's kind of hard to find exactly the spot you're looking for, but there's only one Chocobo in here, so that's the only one you're going to find. Talk to the Chocobo, and there's the mom. Now, this is unique, because the Chocobo actually runs toward the exit, which is kind of weird. You talk to this guy here. Congrats on your catch. Well, what are we supposed to do? Strangely enough, you actually need to challenge this guy to a card game, and I think here is probably the only place you can do it. But you want him to move. And he moves almost inside Squall Sprite. Move a little bit more. And he runs away. The reason for that is he was standing on the specific spot that we needed to dig. Now, I'm pressing the square button. But for whatever reason, you're standing on that same spot, it won't let you. So I'm hoping this is still the right spot. It's just a guesstimate. No, apparently it wasn't. There? Okay, let's try this again. So it's here. So let's open the menu, go to catch. There we go. Had to press it a few times in order to get it. I don't think that matters at all, but a little tedious to get that one, but it's not difficult. We get a Protect Stone and a Meteor Stone. Alright. We'll ride the Chocobo out. Now, I do like the variation of the Chocobo theme they have for this game. Not my favorite variation by any stretch, but I don't mind it at all. I like the kind of rock variant that they give it. And I made that one the second last one I'm going to do because it's the furthest one north that wasn't, you know, the first two there. The final one, I'm just going to throw on fast forward here because it's going to take forever. Ah, bugger. Especially when I screw up. There we go. We need to go all the way up north, and while we're up north, since we're... Whoa, come on. I know where I'm going. I'm not drunk much. While we're all the way up here, since we've been away from it for quite some time, I'm going to go and draw a little more. Alright, so we grabbed a few more ultimate spells. It recharges pretty quickly, but it recharges to that middle state where you get, you know, 4 to 7 charges out of it a lot faster than it gets to that point where you get an 11, 12, 15 out of the draw point. So, I don't know. As long as it's at least 6, I usually go for it. If it's any lower than that, I'll just reload and try again. Because, like, I went in, I got 4, I reloaded, I got 6. I was like, close enough. Alright, so there's one more Chocobo's Forest around here. And I believe it is up here. No, it is not up here. I have gone too far. Yeah, my turnaround. So, that kind of looks like a garden. What was this region called again? Oh, yeah. Huh. Well, that garden didn't fare too well. Well, anyway, let's leave that thought for a while and let's think about it, and let's go on into this forest. This is the final puzzle that we're going to have to do for this side quest. And I'm glad that I'm able to fit all of this into one episode so that people can use this as a reference if they want to ever do the entire side quest all on their own. Now, this one starts you off with 2 already. And if you go and stand by this one, and you press the Zynar, what it does is it doesn't necessarily just remove those 2, it removes every one of them on the screen. So if we go down here, and we put a Chocobo here, and then go over here. Oops. Actually, I think technically you're supposed to do this one first, but I don't think it really matters. I wonder if the other one will have disappeared now. No, you're still there. I probably could have just talked to you directly. I wonder if you can do that, just go and talk to it for the very first time. Oops, no, I don't want to talk to you. But yeah, you don't need to press it again. You know that it's around here, and this gets rid of all of the Chocobos on the screen. Yeah, I probably could have just come and talked to you right off the bat and skipped that middle step. Go figure. And there's the mother Chocobo. And let's see here. To detect... Is it up here? There we go. I don't necessarily remember where the treasures are because the treasures all suck. The puzzle is the difficult part. The other one is just find the spot that reacts afterward. We get a shell and a holy stone. Now, there is a specific reason why we ended with this one, even though it probably would have made more sense to do, say, all the Terabia-based ones when we were in the area before. And, oops, no, we want to go this way. Come on, turn the camera. Turn, turn, turn.
Wheel of morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn.
Okay, I have no idea where I cut, but I got lost for the past 5 minutes because I hate this island and the fact that the camera keeps looking at the ground instead of looking forward. So all I see is forest encompassing the entire screen. Yeah, the camera on the world map is one thing I really dislike about this game because it just looks at the ground instead of looking around so you can actually see things, and your sky view doesn't show you anything. I would like it to consistently show, like, forward, but it never does that. So anyway, I'm going to do this kind of on screen so that it's real simple, and hopefully everyone else can follow. So there's the Chocobo Forest, there's the garden, there's the other garden. We'll deal with that later. We're gonna go in this direction. And I'm already lost. Or did I go the right way? I went the right way. Okay, so we're gonna change camera angle again to show you where I just came from. Because there's the broken down garden over there. For whatever reason, I could not make this leap, this direction, and I lost being able to find anything forever. I never even did this my first time playing the game when I was a kid. I never found any of this stuff out, never finished it off. Didn't know the Chocobo could go across the water. They never tell you in the game. But anyway, enough of my bitching and moaning about things. Let's just keep going up here. Now this, you can't go in your menu right now. Again, the camera is pointing directly at the ground. I can't see anything, and it's auto-correcting itself and going further into the ground. It's so bad. Anyway, enough of that. If you get onto this island and go in here, all over the world here, it's a tremendous occasion. This only happens if you have collected all of the Chocobos and all of the treasure, I believe, from all of the Chocobos in the 6 different Chocobo forests throughout the world. This is the final and 7th one. Oh, okay. That's weird. And in Final Fantasy VII fashion, we get a Chocobo dance, just like we did on the farm in that other game. And we can't move around, so we have to watch this one. We had to watch the one in 7 too. At least the one in 7 was different, and didn't it play like music that you never got to see before? Was it a new song? I can't remember. It's been too long. I haven't played Final Fantasy VII in a long time, actually. In fact, I haven't played Final Fantasy VII since I made that bad Let's Play from, what, 5 years ago? However long ago that was. But anyway, for doing all of this, what do we get other than some crappy stones? We get a translation error. This is not the Chocobo card, but rather it is the Chocobo card. And this just says it's a Chocobo forest. I think it's colloquially, I can speak, colloquially known as Chocobo's Sanctuary card. Take a look here. We got the Chocobo card here. That's the one that we got from you. So now that we have that, talk to you. Your last help. If you, at any point during this whole thing, instead of trying to catch the Chocobo yourself, just said, help me, he would have done basically what he does here, and you would have got to run a Chocobo out of the forest, whatever forest you happen to be in. In this case, he has to call one for you because otherwise you couldn't leave. Squall can't swim, so he couldn't walk across the water to get back to the rest of the world. And we're stuck on this island without a Chocobo. And one appears in the very top of the screen there. But yeah, he'll do that each time you need him to in any of the other forests before you catch your own Chocobo. Once you catch your own Chocobo, if you go into any of those forests once again, then you'll just get... Aww. You get something else from you? Alright, you get Gasol Greens. And had 600 kills snatched away. But yeah, if you go into any of these forests again, you can just get on. There'll be a Chocobo there for you. But yeah, anyway, this, okay, God, please. Where's the forest? Okay, there's the forest. I got lost trying to leave here, too. Again, the camera. Stop looking at the ground, camera, please. No, not yet. I want to go over here. I'm going to show this on screen. Oh, God. I am completely going the wrong way. Because it's so easy to get lost here because the stupid camera points at the ground. And when the camera points at the ground, there's nothing you can do. Alright. I am on, I think, the wrong side, aren't I? So I need to be on the other side of the continent, don't I? Or, yeah, because that's not the same spot. Oh, that's not a way up, is it? Okay, yeah, I'm so lost. I hate trying to leave this area because I always do it wrong and I always go the wrong way. Because, like, you can't go into the deep water. I'm trying here. You can only go in the shallow water, and it's kind of difficult to tell where the shallow water is. So anyway, let's go over here. And let's see here. No. I am so lost. I hate trying to leave this area because you can't see anything. I know I'm rambling and ranting at this point, but the terrible camera angle on the world map is responsible for my rage, and I just hope you understand how much pent-up aggression this stupid camera gives me. Yay, I think I figured it out. I'm on the right side this time. Okay, we can leave. Yeah, you have to hug the left side of the part of that continent, and I didn't get off the Chocobo to show it, but technically that is part of the VIII continent. It is a, well, we've heard a little bit about VIII. They seem to be a little bit reclusive. We don't know too much about them. So anyway, that's it for the Chocobo-related side quests. We've done that, we got the Chocobo card. The important thing about that is in order to continue the Queen of Cards side quest, we need the Chocobo card, which is why I stopped the Queen of Cards side quest around the time this started, because I couldn't figure out the Chocobo side quest, and I couldn't find any new cards for the Queen of Cards side quest, probably because they were tied together. But anyway, that's pretty much all the time we have for today. Next time, we will do another side quest. This one in my second favorite town in the entire game. And it's a close second. That's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.